Hey y'all, it is week 7. 6 weeks since my surgery. Wearing your favorite shirt, my favorite shirt. It's been washed since it last made an appearance. And everything is good. I am in a lot of pain right now today. I had dry needling done to muscle groups that are overcompensating for protecting the pec. As you've seen, I've been in this sling position and this kind of protective position. So you can imagine that my bicep in this flex position is just killing me at this point. It was never straightening out. I was never able to get it straightened out. It felt like I had a knot in there, and I did. So I asked my physical therapist today to do some of the dry needling in the bicep. He said he had a field day because my arm was just going berserk, releasing tons of pressure throughout, and I am feeling it today. If you've never done dry needling, I recommend you do it, but heed this warning that it hurts. It might hurt in the moment, but it definitely hurts after the fact, because you got to imagine how many times your muscle is contracting. It also depends how tight and how many knots there are in the muscle. I mean, I have pressure that's been built up for years on years that's been released. 2 weeks ago, we did it in my trap. I was out of the count for like 36 hours after the fact. I'm already getting a little relief in the bicep now, so I should be good to go tomorrow. It's not like I'm working out arms anyway, so it's not setting me back, but even this, I wasn't able to do until just about now. So that's why I've delayed this video a couple hours since my PT appointment this morning. But back to the dry needling. I got it in my bicep to relieve that pressure, did a little bit in the forearm, did some in the deltoid too, generally the front deltoid here, and just zapping throughout. I mean, he hit my forearm at one point, it zapped all the way down through my fingertips, my thumb was twitching, my pointer was twitching like that, my bicep was just flex, 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 non-stop. I mean, I've seen him do the dry needling on other patients there, bing, bang, boom, they're done, their pressure's released. But because I have so much built up just from this injury, but also from how much I've worked out in the past, I've got the needle in me for maybe like 10 minutes, it feels like. He's just digging. I'll probably take a video with Santiso eventually and let him show you what he's doing to me with the needles, and maybe even explain it if he's willing to talk. I'm sure he is. But again, tons of pressure, finally some relief. I was gonna put some heating on it, but I said, let's not do that. But man, I'm excited for what I'm gonna feel like tomorrow. I mean, some of my movements have been restrictive just because of the bicep and because of the deltoid hurting so much from basically working out non-stop this whole time. So when I'm in this position and I'm protecting my pec and I'm using these other muscles, they're flexed, they're contracted, they're in like a protection mode. Like imagine like you're going, like someone's about to punch you and you just kind of squeeze up like that and tighten up. That's what I've been like on this arm for 6 weeks now. So finally that pressure's been relieved. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Santiso is very happy with where I'm at. I mean, he put my arm up. I could probably do it, but I'm still a little tight. He had my arm up in this position and wiggling it around himself, and he was just like, dude, this is amazing, this is great. So that was fantastic. Enrique over at Santiso's was hitting my trap today, really digging in there, which is amazing because, again, just so much pressure built up over time, but also just from this injury. So when you have a professional or someone who at least knows the body that can do body work on you, it is night and day different. I've had people in my family, particularly my father and my mother, try to hit me with the massage gun. Doesn't really get the job done. When my brother's around, I'll have him do it because I'm like, dude, I know you know where the muscles are. Hit my lats, I can't reach it. You know, if you're trying to hit your lats with a massage gun or even your deltoid, it's not working. But to have a physical therapist or a brother, as lucky as I am, that knows how to work the muscles with a massage gun or even know where knots are and what's going to relieve something else, fantastic. So if you need body work, go to a good physical therapist that practices body work, doesn't just do, you know, rehabilitation stuff, or find a bodywork massage therapist. You won't know how much stress you put on your body until you walk out of there. You'll maybe, in my case, feel super sore, but then in 2 days later feel great, or you might feel instant relief. So definitely work your body. You only get one. Recovery is key. Oh, I met with my surgeon earlier this week. I had an appointment with him on Tuesday. It was my 4-week follow-up, but I had it basically in week 6. Said I'm moving along fantastically. We did a little, resistance testing. He had me push out, he had me push in, he had me push forward. All's good in that. He hinted at that I could probably start getting into bands probably at the end of this week or next week, and running and biking 2 weeks from now. And that was 3 days ago, so a week and a half from now. I mentioned that to my physical therapist. He said, we'll see. I hadn't worked with him that week yet, as I mentioned that. So he needed to see where I was at before I just got the okay from him and then jumped in. But once I met with him on Wednesday evening, and he kind of gave me not the okay, but like a wow, you're really moving along. And then we had this work done today. I'm gonna start doing some resistance bands, maybe just like isometric holds. I mean, I'm already doing isometric movements. I'll do it with my bad arm so you can see where I'm pushing against my refrigerator, well, in this case, my refrigerator, where I'm pushing outward, doing external rotations, internal rotations with the shoulder joint, and also front isometric movements, backwards isometric movements, and lateral isometric movements, all just pushing against things. We started this at the end of week 4, probably the beginning of week 4 we started this. So now I've been doing this for 2-3 weeks. I imagine I could probably get into some isometric holds if that's just a plank or something. Maybe not a full plank on the floor where all my body weight is there, but if I'm leaning up against the wall and I'm just putting a little weight on it. So just things like that I might get into next week. I'm gonna pick my physical therapist's brain on Monday and see what he thinks about that. Maybe he just has me do that right away. That'd be great, but that's where my head's at. That's where my plan is. And definitely by the end of next week, I'm gonna start running. I'm up in the air about changing my workout plan. Once this is all recovered, I might go back to my traditional bodybuilding, but I'm also kind of exploring different things to do. So if you have any ideas of what I should do or what I should try, what you like to do, leave a comment down below. I'm open to suggestions. This is a good time for, while my body is kind of relaxed, or at least starting out fresh, to try different things. One of the things that I'm thinking about is calisthenics, at least sprinkling it in there, because it's always cool to just watch that person do a handstand. I could already do one. I can, do those plyometric holds and everything, but to go above and beyond would be amazing. That's just from my gymnastic days way back in grade school, that I kind of still have those skills. A lot of people could probably do it. They're just afraid to get upside down. I have a client who has to do handstand push-ups for CrossFit. He competes in a CrossFit competition, and he just can't get upside down. It's something in people's courage to just kind of, okay, flip and think that they're going to hit their head, but they know that they're not. It's an all mental game. That's with a lot of things, but calisthenics is definitely in the play. Definitely some functional movements and things like that. I've already sprinkled those in a little bit, but after this injury coming from a very generic bodybuilding compound movement, I'm like, how can I get away from that but still build up at the same time? So looking to all different avenues. One thing that I also want to try is probably fighting to some degree, or self-defense, whatever you want to call it, whether I'm doing MMA or boxing, who knows, probably not MMA, but boxing or jiu-jitsu or both, and just kind of developing other skills, other muscle groups, other abilities, treating my body a different way, having it learn it already knows the bodybuilding aspect of the world, and I already have this foundation, so now while it's relaxed, kind of sprinkle into other avenues. So this video has already gone a little too long. I'm trying to do shorter form videos because I'm looking at the statistics. You guys could see it right here. You are not watching the full video, so I figured let me cut it down a little bit, and maybe I'd get some more viewership. Maybe I'll get some longer views. And if you're making it to this point and you're hearing this message, please like and subscribe. It's going to help me out in the long run as I look to take this whole vlogging and YouTube thing to another direction once I am all healed up, and kind of just building a foundation from there. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and all the support that you give. Peace.